Hi everyone, Charlene here, and this is my discussion video for week 6. Today I have chosen option 1, where I will talk about the Holocaust. I will state what it is, how it happened, when it happened, and the way it happened. And then for my conclusion, I will end this video by stating why I think it's important that we study the Holocaust today. So after doing the readings and watching the videos, I understand that the Holocaust was a period of genocide during World War II, and it was mainly instigated by Nazi Germany. It was a systematic mass killing of Jews and of people who were at that time considered to be like inferior, like the inferior race of society. So how did this happen? Chapter 3 explains that Germany was heavily impacted by the Treaty of Versailles, which made them pay massive reparations after the war, resulting in Germany experiencing a massive economic crisis. The rise of inflation made it difficult for basic goods to be affordable, and the current situation made people in Germany lose belief in the political and economic structure of the country. So that gap created by poverty and political instability made it possible and easy for like fascist leaders to influence the majority with the idea of a rebirth whereby the inferior people would be eliminated from society to achieve a great and gratified nation. So keeping causality in the context of the Holocaust, the notes explain that totalitarianism was a huge reason why the event occurred, and Hitler was an absolute ruler, and he used a lot of propaganda to influence society to believe that Jews and other groups were to blame for Germany's poor economic structure. Hitler was above the law and no one could go against what he said, and his leadership was mainly rooted in fear because he was feared by a lot of people. So there were cartoons and posters that went around and portrayed Jews, communists, socialites, and other intellectual people in society as them being like enemies, and they needed to be like eliminated to save Germany and the nation. So this like falsified and distorted belief resulting in the mass killing of innocent people. They were forcibly sent to concentration camps, which was like the site of genocide. So why do I think it's important to learn about this today? I remember the first time I learned about the Holocaust when I was in secondary school, and I wondered why, especially in my tourism class, we learned about Auschwitz and how it had like so many visits throughout the year. It was like this huge attraction, and I wondered why people visited that place because it was rooted in so much of fear and it had a dark history. And then so reading these notes brought me to the realization that people didn't go there to celebrate it, they went there to remember it. And I also think that Auschwitz and learning about this history stands as proof of what can happen when hatred and blind loyalty ideologies take over society. So learning about this reminds us that it didn't only affect like the Jewish people and the victims, but it affected the entire world. And by learning about it, we can remember the lives that were lost and honor them. And it also prevents those mindsets from happening again because we would now know the consequences of it. So thank you.